What's good? Welcome to episode 137 of the DJ Delz Show, Patreon / YouTube exclusive. Thank you all for your support. It is greatly appreciated. We've had a ton of people join because of, let's be real. We were giving away 2 pairs of these. Shout out to Charles once again, because without Charles, this would never have gone down. It's just not in the budget. I would love to, but, it's just not in the budget. I wanted to do just a quick, maybe 1-minute tutorial on Patreon for the new Patreon members. So you go to Patreon, you sign in. I really recommend you download the app because it's, you could Bluetooth a lot of stuff and watch on your phone and everything. I mean, you could still log in on the site, but so this is the page, right? So when you scroll down, there's all these posts. This is the show right now, right? I told you guys in here 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to give you a heads up. And it's 11:30 right now. So you could click that link below right here, which I have highlighted, and it'll bring you right to the YouTube page. So this is exclusive just for you all. And you can cam up if you want. And I will, I will definitely would love that. I'd love to interact with you. Then we have DJ mixes right here. In the DJ mixes, you just simply press play and you got mixes going on. This is a mix from 2008 that I did. This mixtape has been circulated all over the world. There's the playlist right there if you're watching on the playback. It's an awesome mixtape. Then here you have feeds like this. Leave your questions for episode 137. So that's where you leave your questions right here. So you just go in here, join the conversation, and ask me whatever the hell you want to ask me. And I literally mean you can ask me whatever the hell you want to ask me. So this is what you need to look for, the next post where I say leave your questions for 138. And then you just leave your questions and we'll get to them. And you can leave as many as you want. Like you could come back during the week and just be like, oh, shoot, let me ask Delz about this. And you can just come back until we do the show. We do the show every other week. We used to do every week, but I feel like every other week's good because people are busy. We also, I put bonus stuff here. This was the tribute. Oh, no, excuse me. This is the show right here. Excuse me. So we have all the shows here, 35. We have a Nas versus AZ mix that I did. That's so amazing. These are all the shows. So just scroll down and you can check them all out. I do bonus stuff. I put the audio to Raekwon versus Ghostface. A lot of people don't have time to watch that, but they can sure the hell listen to it while they're on the job. So I have the audio provided for you, 2 hours and 42 minutes where you can actually listen to the audio, which is freaking awesome, because I've enjoyed it myself. Jordan has too, as you can see right there. So I have tons of stuff. Now, I do recommend you dig down to the bottom of the archives and listen to the first shows because some of them are really incredible, and I share a lot of awesome stories. I'm sure I will say them again. But yeah, man, just wanted to explain how the Patreon works. And this is for the Patreon members. Of course, there's a YouTube membership. It's a little bit different. Ryan, what's up, man? Good to see you in here. Ken, what's up, bro? Good to see you in here. And I will put a link if anyone wants to, come through in the chat. Come through and chop it up. This is private now. Keep in mind, this is not to the public. So, maybe you feel uncomfortable having your face or your voice in the public. This is private. This is not going to anyone but members of the Patreon and members of the YouTube. So this is more of it's an inner circle right here. It literally is an inner circle where you can feel comfortable, just clicking the button. You don't have to show your face. You want to talk to me live without having it in the public internet, in the public, excuse me. Then it's a cool thing. So I got this package pretty quick. I'm surprised. I thought this wasn't going to come till next week. We're going to get into this first. This is the Supreme Air Max, the Supreme Air Maxes. So I do want to take some footage of this because we're going to go live later. Riddick just asked a question. He said, let's go to this because he left it not on the right feed, which is fine. Riddick says, Delz, what's my thoughts on writing use some rock themes for your channel. Free of charge, of course. You know, oh, hell yeah, bro. That'd be freaking awesome, bro. I'm reading your question right now. Bro, that'd be sick. Just try to keep it like at like a 30 second, unless 30 seconds, unless it's gotta go over, then that's fine. I mean, 30 seconds to a minute would be freaking awesome. And we'll definitely do that. That's super cool. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. That's amazing. And I was just thinking about that. I was like, I'd love to hear some of his music. So these are the Supremes right here. This is the actual Supremes. And yeah, Ryan, I got them manually, no bot. I haven't looked at them yet. I just removed the tape. So we're gonna look at this together. But I keep forgetting because I got thrown off. I want to actually film a little of this just in case I need to use some of this footage. So I'm gonna just place my camera here. And shout out to everyone once again. We usually have more people on the playback watching this. But, you know, as long as I'm providing you guys content that you will enjoy, that is really my objective here. I mean, 100%. So this shoe, I really don't like, but I wanted to try to see if I could hit on the sneakers app. Like, I really wanted to see if we could hit on the sneakers app and have fun with it, because the thing is, it has these windows, and it's kind of weird having windows in the shoe, you know, the translucent windows. So when I open up the box, I have 2 Supreme stickers here. I have so many of these Supreme stickers. Someone told me to sell them. Supreme stickers go for like $10 a pop. Is that true? That's crazy. They usually throw a little bit of extra stuff when I order stuff. Last time they sent me bubbles when I ordered a shirt. I mean, I'm not going to use that, but let's see what it's all about. We'll see what it's all about, these shoes. So when you open it up, you have some Supreme branding and Nike branding on the paper. You have Supreme box logo, a Supreme box logo right there. And on the other side, you do also. And let's see, first impression of this shoe. And I've never owned this model, the 96. I've never owned the 96. They're really tight. I hate when they do that. They make them like super tight. Super tight. So you see, like, for all the Patreon members and YouTube members, you're getting to see this first. You know, I'm like, no one's seeing this yet until later. So you got yourself an exclusive. If you're, you know, watching this on the playback, you could always join. So one thing I noticed, was really loosely on here. The Supreme branding throughout it, like the box logo. So that's pretty cool, right, guys? And I noticed one thing about this shoe, there's tons of branding throughout it. Now, I will do an on foot later. I'm going to try to go and find some funny socks. Like, I want to find some funny ass socks. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be fun. And I will be putting these shits on barefoot. I definitely will. And it's going to be funny. You're going to see my beautiful feet. So, yeah, so taking a look at the shoe right here. Oh, shit. Let me go full screen. I'm sorry, guys. Damn, I'm tripping. So, taking a look at the shoe. I'll show you close up here. So, I got 2 cameras going. And I'll show you here. Let's see. There we go. Looking at the shoe close up. I got to say, the leather is not great at all. It really isn't great at all, the leather. I thought it would be pretty soft, but I guess they have to give you a, you know, the thing is with this shoe, I think they got to give you like a harder kind of leather, just because of these windows here. Because imagine if it was like really soft, the shoe wouldn't really be very stable, I think. With the plastic and the soft, maybe it would. I mean, I'm no effing expert. You see, you got your branding right there. I don't know if you could see it on the window. Here, look. Can you see it on the window? Let me know what you guys think about this, Patreon and YouTube members. Let me know what you guys think of this right here. Leave it in the comments. I'm curious to know. The shoe is cool, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this after wearing them. You know, putting them on foot. I don't really know how I feel about this on foot. Like, let me know how you feel about them, guys. Yeah, the swoosh on there is fire, bro. Yeah, it really is fire. How it has a translucent swoosh on it. So for people that are listening to the audio of this, um, the shoe is an Air Max, but like every other panel on the shoe has like this plastic translucent, so you're literally seeing through the sneaker and seeing your actual foot. So it's kind of weird because you got to match with the right sock and everything like that. It's yeah, you know what? You hit the nail on the head, right? It's a freaking bizarre shoe, right? Super weird. Super weird. So my plan for today is after the Patreon show, I'm gonna go try to find some socks. Hopefully I can find some funny socks and I'll also find some like regular socks. Does anyone have a request on a color sock to wear? Let me know and I'll do my best to pick that up today. I'm gonna go out, as I said, after that. But a lot of Supreme branding. You know, we have Supreme branding on the tongue, Supreme branding going throughout it like crazy. It's kind of a shame. I think that if this didn't have all these windows, this would be a pretty kick-ass sneaker, Be a real kick-ass sneaker. I was thinking also, could we paint these windows, right? Could we actually paint them silver where it would match? Maybe. And yes, Ty, what's up, brother? Happy Mother's Day. Definitely. Happy Mother's Day. Shout out to Wifey. My mother passed away, so it's kind of a weird day for me. I get a little annoyed that my mother's not here, you know what I mean? But I'm also celebrating Wifey, so it's weird. This back is pretty cool too. It's pretty freaking cool. So let me know what you guys think of these. And tonight we'll do an on foot. I'm going to shoot the on foot and we'll go live tonight. Definitely. I would say around 7 o'clock we will. So let's get into some Q&A. Okay. And guys, don't forget, this is for you all. Do not share this link on Twitter, Facebook. I always say to share the links on these shows. Don't share the links because I want this to be for you all. I really do. So, as I was saying, a lot of people are new to this. What you need to do, you go to the Patreon, you look for the feeds, leave your questions for 137. Jones asks me right off the bat, give us the story when Jadakiss got mad at me. Okay. So, I'm at Rough Riders studio. I lived maybe 10 minutes from Rough Riders studio. I had a friend of mine named G Fella. He would take me there because he was an inspiring rapper. He was actually on the Romeo Must Die soundtrack. He had a group called Confidential. They had a song on it. It really don't matter to me. It really don't matter to me. It was actually a pretty cool song. You could look it up. Confidential, really don't matter to me. Romeo Must Die soundtrack. The beat was really dope to it. It was featured in the movie. So, they were trying to, get a deal over there at Rough Riders, and they were cool with Jadakiss. So he was able to get me through the doors. And then before you know it, I got cool with the people at Rough Riders, and I could go there by myself. So if I was bored, I would just go to Rough Riders. If I didn't have, people to hang out with and I wanted to go out, So I'd just go over to Rough Riders and hang out over there in the studio all the time because I was cool with the front desk people. I was cool with some of the rappers over there, Drag On. They signed that Asian dude, Jin, and I was working with him a little, DJing for him. So one night we're hanging out at the studio. It's me, Jin, I think Infant Cross was there too. They were artists on Rough Riders back in the days. Of course, I was scratching records, bro. I used to DJ like Hard Body back in the days. I've been in Source magazines, MTV, all types of shit back in the days, in my 20s and 30s, you know. So and even early teenagers, excuse me. So we're all hanging out, we're having fun. Jadakiss is there. Few other guys that are just cool with everyone. Shout out to my boy Kem. And they start doing, yo, let's have a rap battle, right? So everyone's doing this rap battle. I wasn't involved with it. I was hanging out I was like basically the DJ. I was playing like the beat and playing the music, right? So everyone's going, we're having fun. And then Jadakiss was kind of nasty to me at one point. He goes like this. He goes, yo, turn the music up. What the fuck, Delz? So I was a little annoyed about that because I didn't like the way he was talking to me. And I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? So I go like this, and I turned it all the way up, real loud, kidding with him real quick. So I turned it up, bang, the beat was loud, and I turned it back down. And yo, he was not happy. He looked at me so fucking evil, and he was like, oh, word? Word? And then I was like, yo, I'm kidding. But he was you could see in his face, he was furious, Jadakiss, at me. And this was at their like conference room. You know, like they had the long ass table and they had the stereo system, and everyone was just freestyling. And there was a lot of people that weren't rappers freestyling. So it was really funny seeing everyone like battling each other and shit like that. But man, Jada was not feeling that shit when I did that. And I was saying, like, Jada is a weird guy. Like, I think, and no offense to Geminis, but a lot of the Geminis I've met throughout my life, they're like, have like a split personality. I'm not saying all do, but he definitely does. Because sometimes I'd see him and he would be like, yo, what up, Delz? What up, ha? That's what they do in Yonkers. They always throw ha at the end of everything. So sometimes he would be super cool. Then sometimes I'd see him and give me like that. You ever like go to give someone a pound and it's like they don't even want to shake your hand. They don't want to give you the pound. So he'll do that. Then I say, all right, well, fuck it then. Now, next time I see him in YO, I'm not going to say what's up to him. So then I won't say what's up to him. And then sometimes he'd be like, yo, Delz. Like I did a mixtape with a comedy mixtape with the comedian Affion Crockett. He's a dear friend of mine, Affion Crockett. And he's like, yo, what, you ain't gonna say what's up, Delz? We're on Ravine. DMX said, don't catch me on Ravine. It'll be a murder scene. That we were on Ravine. And we're coming out of my boy Large Amount Ox House on Cinco Cinco. And man, I felt like not saying what's up to him because, you know, he's hot, cold. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I'm not no fucking groupie. You know what I'm saying? If you like that, then that's fine. So be it. And yo, he was like, yo, what up? Hey, you ain't gonna say hi to me? He's sitting on a lawn chair with basketball shorts on and a wife beater. I'm like, my bad, Jada. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Because I wanted to be cool with Jada. Jada's one of the best rappers ever. Like, he's dope. So I wanted to be cool with him. But I mean, I'm not gonna just be going and reaching out to him, and then he's giving me the weak handshake, and then the next day he's, yo, what up? It's like, dog, you like, I'm good. So of course I'm like, yo, what's up, Jada? Yo, I love that mixtape, man. And then my boy Affion hit me up like a week later, and he was like, yo, he texted me, he was like, yo, I seen Jadakiss. He was saying, yo, he was in LA. He said, yo, he loves that mixtape me and him did. Because it was funny as hell. I'm going to post like all the Affion Crockett skits because there's some that are unreleased. I'm going to try to dig them all up, and then I'm going to post like a best of, because you guys will really get a kick out of that shit. Yeah, he says, I be calling mother effers attitudes out like that. Yeah, I mean, listen, with Jada, he's a celebrity. I don't want to be, I'm just like, whatever. It's like, I'm not going to start with no one and all that. Let's see what we got. No, Eve was way gone. Eve was like Hollywood at the time. The Barbershop movie and all that. Like, she was big time, so she wasn't in the studio. Not saying Kiss wasn't, but Eve was on a whole nother level. So am I. What's up, brother? Make sure you watch this from the beginning. I just told a really cool story, so you want to watch this from the beginning, Solo Mine, and anyone that got that, because I've never told that story ever, and that's what I'm saying. Like these podcasts, the older ones have a lot of juicy shit. Look through the older ones on the Patreon, and I title stuff. You know, there's all types of titles, little things you'll see. A top 5 theme music from wrestlers. Like there's a lot of shit on the Patreon. So it's stuff that you really want to check out. Yes. Oh, good story. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know who's in here. So yeah, and this is what the Patreon's about. And look, Rich has been a Patreon member for a hot minute now. So thank you once again, bro. And shout out to Riddick too. Riddick wrote something too. Ty, what's up? Oh yes, he was just addressing Ty on that right there. And keep in mind, listen, thumbs ups, all that. You don't have to do none of that shit. This shit is for you all. And once again, you don't want to cam up, that's fine. But sometimes people just don't want to have their business on the internet. This is private right here, okay? It's a private show. This is an inner circle right here. Anyone want to cam up, hang out, feel free to also. That's the link. And thank you again for your support. Yo, listen, the video I did last night, Solo Mine, that video, scroll all the way to the bottom of the damn YouTube channel. The description, and it's the link right there. So just go. It's right by my right after my PO box. The direct link to the video you need to watch. Everyone go subscribe to Riddick. That video I'm talking about, if you're listening on the replay, go to this video. It's Nike LeBron 8 Hardwood Classics. We did so much on the show. This man showed all these old school video games. We were talking about old school video games. What was our favorite old school video games growing up? It was a cool show. And if you go to that video, you scroll all the way down in the description, his YouTube channel is there, and he shows his basement, which is like, just, it's so freaking dope, bro. Like he's lucky that I don't live near him, because I'd be banging on his door all the time. Like, yo, what's up? You want to hang out? I'd be always, yo, he got guitars and bass guitars. He's got freaking a huge ass arcade. He's got mad collectibles. The shit is fire. I'd be all day freaking playing guitar, playing the bass and shit, fucking playing with the fucking arcade. Like, the shit is crazy. Crazy. YouTube channel is Riddick, RIDDICT, for everyone that's listening on the audio, because I do my best to provide the audio too, because listen, a lot of people are busy and they enjoy the Patreon for work too. They get to listen to shit. Excuse me real quick. So, and for people that are curious, why I never show when I vape, the reason why I don't is I'm under contract with Dutch Masters, and I'm about to be the face of Dutch Masters sometime this year. So I don't really like to show this, just because of I have a pretty big deal with them. So that's why I always do it. But as I said, this is private here. So, you know, this is a private thing right here. So this is in my home right here. Okay. Give us a nature DMX story. Give us the nature DMX story. Okay. So this flavor right here is shit. I don't have it. It's like a blue raspberry ice. That's what it is. And this shit is not good for you guys. Don't do this shit. Okay? Like, don't do this shit. I was going through so much stress when so many loved ones were dying, and I used to smoke cigarettes back in the days. I just was like, you know what? I'm not going to smoke cigarettes. I was like, let me try to vape. I hate that I do this. So I really don't think it's good to do. Okay? I want to put that out there. So we were out partying one night, me and a few of my friends, right? I was with Shiest Bubs. He was in this group, Purple City. He was a Dipset affiliate. And he was like, yo, we're going to go over to Nori's studio. It was either Nori's studio or Nature's studio. So we go over there, right? And this was the first time ever meeting both of them. And I loved them. I mean, yo, like I was a kid listening to Nori and Nature, and it was such a mind-blowing experience. It was so crazy to see them because I've met a lot of people and I've worked with some people too that I actually really freaking idolized when I was young. I was like, seriously, like I loved their music so much. So we're all hanging out, having fun, drinking, smoking, and freaking Nori's on the couch and he's telling this story about DMX. He's telling us. I don't know how DMX's name came out, but he was saying he was in Arizona at his place, right? And they're riding all the four-wheelers and all of that shit. And there's cactus over over there. They have all the cactus and shit. And them cactus, they could get up and shoot up on your shit. And he was saying when I was at DMX's crib, fucking cactus, I forgot exactly. He either like fell on it or brushed up on it or was too close to it. And the cactus just shot up and got up on him and hit him in the leg and the ass. The fucking cactus on Nori. The fucking shit hit him at DMX's house. He said, man, that shit, it was funny. You had to be there, but it was funny. He was saying that shit was killing him. The fucking cactus went all up in his shit. Like, and man, that was funny as hell, the story. So yeah, that's a story that I'll always remember with Noriega. Nori telling me about how he got the cactus needles up on his shit, man. Pretty damn funny shit, man. And rest in peace to DMX. DMX is from Yonkers, and as I said, like I used to go there all the time. I'd never really see X because he was such a big star. He wouldn't be in that studio unless he had to. DMX enjoyed ride like RC cars and flying like RC planes, and he was into motorbikes and all that types of shit. Like he was different. He was like, he seemed like a real cool cat, you know what I mean? But he wouldn't. I don't think he would. He liked hanging out in the studio because I'd be there all the time. I'd never see him there, and plus he wasn't living in New York. I don't think. I seen him once, and I couldn't believe I seen him. It was the first time I ever seen him, and I was just like, holy shit, man. I just like DMX. And I just, gave him dap, and that was it, He had this bracelet that was so icy. It looked like it was so sparkly. It was crazy. It was just the bracelet. Because was never a big guy when it comes down to the jewelry and everything like that. Yeah, a lot of people think that I'm smoking weed when I go see that. Like, I'm just vaping. Some people think like I'm all blazed, and I got low eyes. I'm Filipino. My eyes are low naturally. Some people just think I'm stoned all the time, but that's not the case. Riddick says, mainly I post. Oh yeah, he's talking about his YouTube channel. But I have a funny feeling we're gonna be seeing more from Riddick on the YouTube. You could ask a question right here, right now, Ty. If you have any questions, shoot. And you can ask me anything here. Like, this is not monetized. You could ask me anything, adult related, anything right now. You could ask me fucking look, I'm cursing, fuck, shit, asshole, bitch. You can it's not like the regular show. Like, y'all can ask me anything here. I got to tone it down on YouTube or they demonetize the video. I don't give a shit about I'm not making money. There's no ads running on this video. Riddick says, yeah, I quit smoking 3 years ago. The vape got me off them. Don't get nearly as winded when working and whatnot. Yeah, definitely. Cigarettes is really bad. I got a few friends that smoke cigarettes. I wish they'd stop, but I'm not their effing daddy. Yeah, and that game collection was sick yesterday. Really was. So let's get to the next question from Andrew914. He writes, can you tell us some of the ugliest Jordans that shouldn't have ever been made? Not too many, I would say. Oh shit. Hold on one second. Let me look for the #1 stunner and I'll actually show the photo of it. Here we go. There we go. So in my eyes, This is by far the ugliest Jordan. Let me get the excuse me, shit. Let me get this over here. And this to me is ugly as sin, this shoe. The Air Jordan 15 looks like a damn elf shoe. Looks like an elf shoe. I mean, completely. To me, in my opinion. Some people like it, but I absolutely can't stand this shit. I think it's horrible looking. That freaking tongue right there looks god awful, right? Ugh, that's horrifying. So, I mean, like, this is the only Jordan I really think is horrible. I can't say really any other Jordan, bro. I can't. But that one, horrible. Anyone in the chat, anyone on the playback, let me know. Is there any Jordan that you think is god awful? Let me know. He loves them. Ryan says he loves them. Shit. All right, I ain't mad at you, bro. Steve says straight up trash. Shout out to Steve in here. If you're just coming in here now, make sure to watch the show from the beginning because I shared a pretty good story. You'll enjoy it. Ryan says after not smoking cigarettes for about a year, they smell horrible now. My wife's mother smokes cigarettes. I'm trying to get her to start vaping, but she just won't do it. She says it's just not the same. You know, she's an older woman though. You can't tell them nothing. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's horrible. You know, I walk into the store and you'll see people sometimes smoking cigarettes like a little bit away from the entrance door, and you smell that, and it's just like, oh, it's terrible. Have you ever had any close calls with well-known celebrities? I have, but I can't say who. I have. It's just out of respect. That's a question I can't answer. That is the first time I've ever not answered a question on YouTube, on the Patreon. You, Ty Woods, you just made history. I can't kiss and tell when it comes to that, and I think you'll respect that. But I can't do that. But I have had when I was younger, you know, not now. When I was like in my 20s and running around New York City, going to crazy. No, don't be sorry. Listen, I want you to ask me anything. Anything. Listen, we have done 137 episodes, and I have never passed on a question. But I think that's a question you guys will accept. That I will plead the. What did I say? Plead the fifth. You can't tell a Filipino mother nothing. You will get the slipper to that. Oh my God. Well, my father is Filipino, so you know he hit me with the slipper too. The Filipinos love slippers and belts. When I was a kid, I got belted so much and slippered. And my father's famous saying, if you put your hand in the way, I hit your hand. And so I'd always put my hand, he'd always get me in the ass, you know, he hit me in the ass, and so I'd always end up getting hit in the arm, or because I'd always move and shit, you know. It was different times back then. My dad would beat the shit out of me with the belt, with the freaking the slipper, or just the straight up hand. He never closed fist. But man, Filipino parents don't fucking play, man. Shit. Trust me, I was, brother. I definitely was. Who is your favorite artist to work with? Who is your least favorite? My favorite was like Max B. I loved Max B being around because Max B was like a Rick James kind of guy. He was wild and funny, and you know, he had this aura to him, like he was the life of the room. He lit up the room. So I'd love being in the studio with him, like French Montana, and Greece. Sometimes I'd be in that studio for till the sun came up. till the sun came up. Tito, what's up, bro? Listen, make sure you watch this show from the beginning. I shared some pretty cool stories. So if you didn't check the show from the beginning, make sure to do so. We get right into it on the show. When we do the show, I give you like an hour, but it's bang, bang, bang. I'm just hitting you with shit all the time. Now, you know, sometimes we'll go over an hour. We just started doing the video last month. So all the other shows is audio. So, you know, that's why I say download the Patreon app, right? And then you can listen to it in your headset while you're at work. And, you know, it's awesome. It's really awesome. Let me show you guys this photo. I'll show it after, actually. Remind me if I haven't. Yeah, so that's like my favorite. The worst person that I've ever had an experience with is someone that I also have to thank, and that is because he kind of changed my life, you know, because I was traveling a lot. I met my wife through working with this guy, and it was Jermaine Dupri. He ended up to me being kind of a scumbag. He I would work with him doing promo. I still have the text on my own phone of talking a lot and all types of shit, man. And he never paid me. Like, he owed me like $2,000, and like that's a lot of money for someone like me when I was younger too, you know. And yo, I was always like, yo, that's fucked up. This guy is like a megastar. He was, you know, running Virgin, and like he was signed. He had So So Def on Virgin Records. He freaking was dating Janet Jackson. Like, you know, I was around Janet. Like, it was crazy. Like, I would talk to JD all the time. Like, I would fly and do shit. Like, it was dope. So I gotta thank him, but he was also a dick because he never fucking paid me for that. Like, he owed me 2 G's. It's like, and like, as I said, like, that's a lot of money. Like, you know what I mean? So that guy pissed me off. We're not in good terms. We're not in good terms. Um, so yeah, and that's the thing. Some of these rich celebrities are so fucking cheap, bro. They're so cheap. But yeah, like, you know, if I wasn't able to travel and go places, you know, I may never have met my wife. You know, my wife at the time was a model, and like, you know, like I was around a lot of parties, industry events, concerts, like, so it was really dope, you know. Yeah, yeah, Donald, like it's allegedly, you know, so like that bothered me, you know, and like I imagine, like, you know, I'll be with JD. He did this thing at Sue's Rendezvous, right? And he did Sue's Rendezvous versus Magic City. So what he did was he flew the girls from Magic City to Sue's Rendezvous. For people that don't know, Sue's Rendezvous is a strip club in Mount Vernon, New York. I would assume that it's a possibility Andrew 914 has been to that place once or twice. Andrew 914, what was that strip club? It was a fucking dirty hole. It was right off of Central Avenue on the corner, a little bit down the corner. I forgot what that strip club was called. Let me know if you remember what that strip club was called. It was, I'm curious to know. It was on Yonkers Avenue and Central Avenue, right? And you could literally, it was right near Yonkers Raceway. That was a shitty ass strip club. But Mount Vernon's Sue's Rendezvous, a lot of rappers went over there and hung out. And he flew the girls, and it was a big event. So he had the VIP. So it was cool. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was able to have a lot of fun, bro, with like a lot of fun. I'm talking a lot, because I was around a lot of fucking people. Like, so, you know, definitely an opportunity that I was able to enjoy a part of my life, a big part of my life, and do wild, crazy shit. My wildest dreams at times. It's crazy shit. So, you know, JD's buying everyone bottles of champagne. Like, we're all sipping Dom P. Like, we all got our own Dom P bottle and shit in the club. Fucking mad money. We throw it everywhere. Like, JD dropped, I think, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, allegedly, maybe like 80 to $100,000, just throwing it fucking crazy, man. Money all over the floors. People, we picking it up and just throwing it back at the girls. There's so much money everywhere. Singles. So like JD has fucking money now. I'm seeing all this shit, and in my back of my head, I'm not lying. I'm looking at this guy while he's laughing, and I'm looking at him like, this guy's such a cheap piece of shit. He owed me 2 G's. You giving these fucking ladies all this money, and not saying they don't deserve it. But they're working. I respect the girls that are dancers. I have friends that are dancers. Yo, but what the fuck? Can I live? Can I get fucking some my 2 G's you owe me for this project I was doing for Daz Dillinger? I was going around, running around New York City, getting to all the DJs, trying to get them to play this Daz Dillinger song with Rick Ross. And this was when Rick Ross was coming up. So it was aggravating. You imagine someone, and keep in mind, I'm also like, this was about like 8 years ago, 10 years ago. So just think in mind, you know, I'm like 28 years old. You know, like, you're 28 years old. Someone owe you 10 G's. It's 2 G's. That's a lot of fucking money right there for a lot of people. It was for me, for a 28-year-old at the time. So I'm looking at him, and we're having fun, but I'm also looking at this motherfucker, this little yo, he's so small. He's like fucking 5'1". He's like a little leprechaun. And he's sitting there, and he's just like, yo, he's trying to give daps to everyone. And I'm just like, yeah, that's when I'm like giving him the Jada kiss. You know, when I was saying earlier, the dap you don't want to give, I'm giving him the funny dap, you know? Like, damn, man, like, can I effing live, you know? So yeah, this is it was crazy, bro. Magic Lady is the spot. And then, yeah, in the city, they had a bunch of strip clubs where they have Scores. They had the joint on Times Square too. I forgot what that one was called. Did you ever have a favorite music video game? Sue Stills Exist and Bada Bing. Music-based video game. No, I can't think of it, man. I just appreciated the background music, you know. He says, gotta get you. Listen, trust me, brother. Trust me. I learned a lot. That's why now I don't do shit without people paying me, man. Can't trust a little. Yo, man, that dude. But you live and learn. And listen, you have to weigh things out, you know, like, I was able to do a whole lot of shit because of him, but at the same, and I think maybe in the back of his mind, he was like, man, fuck this guy. Like, yo, this motherfucker flew places, you know, gave him mad shit, free clothes at times, plugged him into mad people. He may have looked at it like that, you know, but that's not right. MTV Music Generator was I think I had that one. But I was never too crazy with that shit, man. Because I was kind of early with the MPC, and because I had a friend that had that early. So I was messing with drum machines early and samplers. You ever went to Sin City? Yes, I've been to Sin City in the Bronx a ton of times. That's the one that's under the bridge, correct? That's on, like, right under, where is it? It's off the Henry Hudson, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I've been there. I used to go there a bunch of times, actually. Yeah, and 2 G's is a lot of money, man. Shit. So that shit pissed me off with him. Yo, that's killing. I'm seeing what's going on here. I got a bunch of people canceling their Patreons. Well, not a bunch, but 3, which is fine. I knew that was gonna happen, but at least I got a few people that I hope you're enjoying this show right here. Let's see, yeah, that was. I remember that one being popular. Oh yeah, that was gone. That was a cool joint too. Ever been to Office? No, I've never been to a strip club in Miami. I never have. I've been to clubs out there, but never strip clubs in Miami. Never. But I heard they're good, man. I heard they're good. I heard you got to watch out for the transvestites, though. There's a few of them where they let the transvestites work at, and that's just allegedly. So you know, there's a lot of them out there, and I'm not anti-trans. I'm just, you know, some guy like straight guys don't want. I don't think straight guys want to be getting lap dances or you know, from transvestites. I don't think that's right. That's just my personal opinion. I don't want to lap dance if I go to a strip club, but I don't really get lap dances when I go to the strip clubs. When I was a kid, I did shit. When I had fake ID and freaking, I'd go to the strip clubs, man. You know, fucking 15 years old going to the strip clubs. Shit, man. You know we getting lap dances then, man. Them badass older women and shit. Shit, we used to go to this spot over the bridge. Over the Tappan Zee Bridge. I forgot what it was called. There were two different ones, and one was full nude. Full nude. So you know you had the chocha and all. What is chocha the pussy, or is that? I hope that's pussy. But you have the pussy and all, right? And you know, when you're like 15, 16 years old, like that shit is crazy. You know, you have like a grown ass woman giving you a lap dance, and you're just a fucking kid. It's crazy, you know. but you know, when you get older, you're banging shit out and this, that, and the third. But still, when you're 15, 16, even if you are banging shit out and you have like a fully developed woman fucking lap dance, and I know y'all done, some of y'all motherfuckers were doing that shit too. I hope I'm not alone. I don't think so, right? Ken laughing. But yeah, I like going to the one where you could drink at. I don't need to have the pussy all over like that. You know what I'm saying? Like once in a while we go, you know, but I like to tip a few beers back, especially when you're young, you know. So he says, "Whoa, that ain't sane, but yeah, you ain't lying. Not enough liquor for." Let's see what we got next, man. And as I said, first timers, this is a different type of show right here. As I said, this may not be for you too, you know. So we always got to listen to this show like you with caution. Like, you know, it's not like the Sneaker Addict where it's PG-13. This thing can go all over the place. Andrew 914 says also, what is your thoughts on Jordan football cleats? I mean, if you're an athlete, I guess it's kind of cool. I'm not an athlete, clearly. I'm not an effing athlete. But I think it's cool, right? He says, no lie, some strip clubs have good food. I've never ate food at a strip club. I've had people tell me, yo, you got to try the wings at this strip club. But I mean, I'm like, the wings? Man, I got my wing spots. Like, there's some banging ass wing spots that don't got chicks stripping and all that shit, you know? So, and me, I don't like. You got a lot of people coming in and out of a strip club, right? You got some real dirty motherfuckers coming in and out of a strip club. So it's like, I always had that thing about that. I'm not trying to. I know there's so many people that go and eat. Joe Buttons talks about he goes to strip clubs and eat. I've heard it on his podcast. This is a regular thing. People will go there and get, like it's a pub or something, get themselves a burger and fries and you know, or get you know, some wings and shit like that. He said got some killer wings at a full new. Tell the strip club, maybe someone wants to go. Plug it, shit, plug it, man. Plug that shit. Hey, Delz, I got a strip club. I went to the strip club when I was 16. I ran into my mom's friend on the pole. Yo, that is, oh my God, I got a crazy fucking story. I've got a crazy story, bro. And I'm going to share it because this is the Patreon and the membership. This is only for y'all. Okay? And please keep this in mind. Do not share this shit. This is for you all. Respect everyone in the room. People are paying for this content, so please respect it. That is wild. So this dude, right, when we were in high school, we were seniors. We all were, you know, you have your friends and everything. Our grade, we all had so much love for each other. So we would always have keg parties, hang out, this and that. Everyone went to college, but a lot of people went to college around the way in New York. So this one dude, names will stay, you know, silent. He's like a shy Asian guy, you know. He wasn't really and it's not that he's Asian. It has nothing to do with him being Asian. I'm just trying to describe just a real shy, timid guy, but fun. but not really good with the ladies, right? So we were like, yo, fuck it, man. My boy, and Shannon, I'm gonna tell you, this Patreon show goes crazy. So, this is not for the weak ears, okay? So yo, fucking, we're like, my boy is crazy. He goes to Fordham University, right? And he says, yo, fuck this shit. We're gonna get him laid. He goes, I'm gonna call some fucking strippers, and then I'm gonna call a hooker. And this dude's getting laid tonight because he's damn what 19 years old and needs to get laid. This is absolutely ridiculous. So we all at his apartment. There's 2 strippers in there, and then there's a hooker he's bringing in later. And what happens is the 2 strippers come in, and then all of a sudden there's 2 more strippers that stop by to say hi to their friends while they're doing their little performance. They were shooting ping pong balls out of their they were shooting the ping pong balls out of their things. It was insane. It was fucking crazy. It was funny. We're all drinking, laughing our asses off. There's about like 10 of us there just dying. Fucking crazy. I'm not going to get into super details of all what the girls were doing to each other, but you could only imagine, right? But they were house call strippers. They weren't like, I don't think they were, hookers, right? So then these 2 girls walk in, right, with one of their big bodyguard guys because they wanted to say hi to their girls. So I'm sitting there in the chair with my boys. We're laughing. Yo, we drinking beers. Yeah, what the fuck? A bitch shooting ping pong balls out of her pussy. This is crazy, right? All of a sudden, I have a hand on my hand. Yo, Delz, what up, N-word? Yo, I look, and it's my friend's sister's best friend. And I'm like, holy shit, what's up? And everyone was like, yo. They couldn't believe I knew this girl. And I'm just like, yo, I'm like, it's a weird situation because they're like, yo, there was no strippers. And I didn't know any strippers at the time. Mind you, I'm like 18, 19 years old. I'm not friends with strippers and all of that. That happened in my 20s, just randomly meeting girls at the clubs, like regular clubs, you know what I mean? Lounges in New York City. And then I find out they strippers. And it was not even some girls it was girls that I ended up meeting at the club and, going to their place and pounding it out real quick. Some were just friends, amongst friends and shit like that. But this girl right here, I mean, we're young. We just got out of high school, man. But it was crazy. It was a funny ass experience because I knew who she was. She was like, yo, she sat next to me. She's like, yo, I got the weed. She's like, roll this. Because she had nails and shit. So I'm rolling her an L. And like, yo, we just hanging out and shit. And my friends were all laughing because as I said, we were just straight out of high school. And yeah, and he got laid. The hooker ended up coming later. He went in the room, banged her out. She wasn't the best looking girl, but listen, what are you gonna do? Like, he was shy. He just didn't have the gift of gab to talk. Not a bad looking guy, he wasn't a bad looking guy. He just didn't have he wasn't very confident. So, he got laid. So that was awesome, awesome. So it's a good happy ending to that story. And thank you, Ken. That's how this Patreon show works. We could talk about anything on the Patreon. This is not the Sneaker Addict where it's, PG-13 and this is an adult show right here. Donald Crazy Night, she never told either. That's wild, bro. Thank you for sharing that shit. And keep in mind, this is private too. So you can share your stories. It's not like it's going to be out in the fucking public like that. She kept it on the low. Hey, mom, gotta have a life too. That is unbelievable. She says, I feel like I'm in a secret society. Yes. And shout out to Tito. Tito, don't play this around the kids. I mean, they're adults. I know your daughter was like, yo, what's funny? I remember being 19 and that shit pissed me off when people look at me as a kid, right? That's what that shit remind me of yesterday on that stream. We've been there, right? We've all been there. Let's see what's next. Andrew 914 says, hey, check out Mr. Grimm. Hunt for the Gingerbread Man 2, which recently came out. I listened to the first one. I didn't even know he had a second one. MF Grimm is dope. I'm definitely gonna listen to that ASAP. Thank you for the heads up. I love the MF Grimm Doom song, man. They got a couple of songs together. Fire. He then writes, what's kind of scary is listening back to MF Grimm 2004 album, Digital Tears, and a lot of what he says, like conspiracy theories, is happening now. He definitely warned me back then. Yeah, look, a lot of rappers, like I would say more of the backpack rappers, they rap about that type of shit. A lot of even like heavy metal, they rap, they sing and rock out to that shit. And a lot of people be saying a lot of real stuff. Prodigy from Mobb Deep said a lot of stuff about conspiracies, especially before he died. And some people think that's a conspiracy as far as him passing away. They just can't believe he died from like choking on eating an egg or something. But because he was putting out all this type of information out there. So, there's conspiracy theories with all of that shit too, man. So, it's crazy, bro. It is crazy. And then he writes, this is like MF Grimm. If you guys never heard MF Grimm, check him out. I'm pretty sure he has a song too with Cool G Rap. Take Him to War. I think that's the song they're on. MF Doom and MF Grimm with Cool G Rap. Check that. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Andrew says, did you know MF Grimm was also one of the little kids in the Sesame Street? Makes sense that he always referenced puppets. That's crazy. I never knew that. I got to look that up on YouTube. Jonesy writes, who would you do a music collab shoe with if you were a shoe brand? What shoe brand, what silhouette, etc.? Okay. Let me think for 1 second. I gotta think. Well, the shoe would be a Jordan 6, my favorite sneaker. Probably be like Nas. He's my favorite rapper. So it would have to be Nas, And Nas is like a fly dude, real smooth, real fly, intellectual, deep thoughts. It would probably be Nas. Nas is my favorite rapper. I've always looked up to Nas. He's always like kind of a role model to me. So it would be Nas Escobar. But realistically, like as far as a business, I wouldn't pick Nas because I would pick someone that is more relatable now, more popping. I would go with maybe the Baby or like let's see who else, because I'd really like him. Or who else would I go with? Griselda. Yeah, Griselda. West Side Gun. Air Jordan 6. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on, let me hit the button. I forgot. I still can do all this shit here. Hold on 1 second. Fuck. See, it's a little bit of a different vibe.
Boom, boom, boom. What's good?
Yeah, that's what I go with. West Side Gun, Air Jordan 6. Or an Air Jordan 1. Ooh, imagine an Air Jordan 1 West Side Gun sneaker. Shit. That'd be fucking crazy. Good question, Jonesy. Good question, everyone that's left questions. And don't forget, you can leave questions in the chat. You can ask me anything in the chat. You could even swear in the chat and say crazy shit. I don't care what you want. You could ask me regular, normal shit too. You don't have to. Oh, I gotta only ask him crazy, fucking nasty stuff. You can ask me regular shit. Andrew 914 says, have you ever heard of Nice the Future? Yes, that's my boy. I love Nice. Me and him are cool. That's my dude. Shout out to Nice the Future, man. He actually search Nice the Future DJ Delz. There should be video of the two of us together. And there should be a video of Nice freestyling with terminology and me in the studio on YouTube. It should be there. It was either on my YouTube or on a DVD. But he says, yo, have you heard that Nice the Future Havoc album, Future of the Streets? Yes, I have. Should Havoc put out collab albums now? He is. He got an album with what's the guy's name from Queens? What's his name? Slumlord or Slum God? Or, I always forget his name. He's hold on one second. Where's that shit at? Is it here? Gotta check the drawer. If Shannon's in here, I know she's laughing. Gotta check the drawer. West Side Gun. Let me just look it up on YouTube. Because he's got a whole album with Prodigy. Let's see. West Side Gun. Damn, what the fuck is this guy's name? Oh man, this is crazy. Hold on one second. Now I'm like music. Let me go to my Apple Music shit. Let me search. Bear with me. Griselda. What the hell was that soundtrack, that movie? They had a movie they just came out with. I forgot what the hell it was called. If G Fish was in here, he would know exactly what I'm talking about. Flea Lord. So Havoc has an album out with this dude, Flea Lord. Shit. Flea Lord. Check it out. Search Flea Lord and Havoc, and you can check that album out. It came out like last year. It's pretty dope. This is worth the money. I'm walking through the streets of Tampa listening to this great show. Yeah, I mean, I try to give you guys a good show. You know, I do my best to. Shannon, that Wagyu beef. Oh, we talking about Wagyu beef? Shit. Wagyu beef is the shit. Oh, it's the shit. Oh, my goodness. That steak, I could go for that. I could definitely go for that. Damn, that shit is so good. Delz, what is your most underrated hip-hop group? For me, it's DTIC, Digging in the Crates crew. I would say so, but they didn't put out a lot of material, right? We got to keep that in mind. They did not put out a lot of material. I would say the most underrated is Boot Camp Click. I feel like they should have more notoriety. I know they do have a lot, but they should have even more. So Tito, I'm gonna give you a run through of this really quickly. So look, this is the Patreon screen, right? Let's see. I'm gonna explain how the Patreon works, just so you know. And I highly recommend everyone has this on their phone. The interface is even easier. So when you go to the Patreon page, right? This is what I just posted not too long ago. And there will be an audio link later on, okay? And it'll say here, live. I put the time, and then you just click the link right there, all right? Then we have DJ. If you scroll down, we have a whole lot of shit. We have DJ mixes. Just press play. You get some DJ Delz mixes. Then you have here, leave your questions for episode. Let me make sure this is on the screen. Leave your questions for episode 137. So throughout the week, you could just leave your questions here. You just write, where is Solo Mind at, says Tito. And then you just press enter, and then there you go. You know what I mean? And you can ask as many questions. We do this show every other week. So you can come back 4 or 5 times during the week and ask me as many questions as you want. You know, you may be working, you may be taking a shit, you may be, in bed, you can't sleep, and then you think, oh, I got to ask Delz that. You know, you could ask questions whenever on your phone through the app or on your computer, whatever works for you. And that's how it goes. And then I will delete this feed right now because we just went through all the questions. And then when I upload the audio, then I'm going to end up posting in a day or two. Leave your questions for episode 138. So then you'll look for that feed, and they should send you an email too about that too, bro. And then you just leave your questions throughout the week. And once again, you can ask as many as you want. And this is for the Patreon. This is the Patreon. The YouTube, you just catch the show live, and you can ask me anything you effing want, like live. And as I said, the show usually 1 hour because we get right into it. It's not like the sneaker addict. We kind of just lounge and chilling. I mean, it can get that way. Last show, we had a few people cam up, and we were just vibing for a while. But this is more or less where you can really pick my brain. You could ask me about the stock market. You could ask me about creating YouTube videos. You can ask me anything you want to ask me. As I said, the first time in 3 years on this Patreon, I have never passed on a question except today when I was asked, was, about women I've slept with. I can't mention women's names. I just can't do it. But I respect you trying. Shit, why not ask me? Why the fuck not, right? I ain't mad at you. So that's how to do it, all right? So last night, I want to talk about this. Last night was interesting with this whole Dogecoin thing because, a lot of people were investing a ton of money. Shout out to you, second to none. Great to see you. If you just walked in here, you got to watch this from the beginning because we covered a lot of good stuff here. You'll laugh your ass off. You're new here. And keep in mind, this show is usually on some R-rated stuff. So you don't want to play this in front of everyone. You want to listen to this privately, okay? Because you will hear profanity and other type of shit here, usually. Sometimes we don't. It depends on the questions. You guys control the show. And to be honest with you, you guys are like the executive producers of me. So you basically control me on what you want. So this show is your show. You're basically the producers of the show. You all got your producer hats, your producer's chairs, and I'm basically the guy that you're telling me what you want, and I will do my best to deliver. Steve Redman says, yeah, they didn't, but man, Diamond D, Lord Finesse, OC, Fat, dude, they were the shit. Yo, I love that freestyle, that Tony Touch freestyle. If you never heard it, search that. DITC Tony Touch freestyle. Incredible. And yes, thank you, brother. Thank you once again, man. I appreciate you. It's good to see new people in here that are actually in here. That's super cool. And thank you, man. He said, yes, so Dodge took a little dip. They didn't shoot up to the moon like people expected. I knew that was going to happen, but at the same time, I didn't know. I started knowing this on Thursday night when it started dipping on Thursday night. It was at like 70 cents, and then it started dipping down and then going back up to 70. I cashed out at when it was a little bit under 70 cents. I sold most of it. Dogecoin, you got to buy when it's low. When it's like at 3, 4, buy and then hold and sell. That's when it gets to 6. It's a quick hustle. You know what I'm saying? Riddick says, Delz, let me tell you something, brother. You are the most personable, relatable. He's kind of the bro, laid back dude on YouTube. I got that vibe 10 years ago, and today it's even more apparent. Too sweet. Bang. And you're a pretty cool dude too yourself, brother. It's great meeting you. And I love the story, what you're sawing in the sneakers. That shit is freaking super awesome. I made my producer out of a box. There you go. Shout out to Jones. He's in the air now, flying home. Shout out to Jonesy. And we'll be live later for people that walked in late, which it's not really late. These shows, I kind of just work around my schedule. We did unbox this shoe. I will do an on foot. I'm about to go in a little bit after the show's over. I'm about to try to find some different type of socks. I did say if anyone wants to mail me socks for this shoe, I thought it was going to come like next week to send it in my P.O. box. Do not do that because I'm not going to be able to do that on foot with that. So. But thank you for the thoughts, because I know there was a few people thinking of doing that. They hit me up saying, "Yo, I'm gonna, don't get sick of me." No, I'll never get sick of you. Shit. He said that for Elon Musk. So Elon Musk also, TMZ reported he has Asperger's. He announced that he has Asperger's on SNL. So that's interesting, man, because you see, it just shows, man, there's some people, man, they have situations that are hurdles in life, and he was able to get through that. So it's pretty inspiring. I'm inspired by that. That's pretty fucking awesome. My boss told me that would happen like on Wednesday. Well, your boss is a smart man. Asshole got on SNL and it plumbled. Damn you, Delz. I'm listening to that now. Another great Tony Touch freeze. Yes, insane. And also look up DJ Doo-Wop. I'll spell it in the chat. Doo-Wop. DJ Doo-Wop, and search DJ Doo-Wop boot camp. Click. Search DJ Doo-Wop, DITC, DJ Doo-Wop, big L. And if you never heard this shit, your brain is gonna be pow. You're gonna bug the fuck out. I'm glad you recognize that as cutting a promo, because it's exactly how I intend. Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Gonna get some dad by dad. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some funny ass socks. I ordered some on Amazon. They didn't come today. They were supposed to come 2 days. I canceled this shit. I got a skeleton sock, and then I got one that was what the hell was it? I forgot. It was something funny and silly. Promo sound like a shoot. He says, Ty, one of the best shoot promos. Brother! 50 MCs is one of the best mixtapes ever. 50 MCs 1, 2, and 3. 3 even had Eminem on it, but the first one had a lot of dope like hip hop artists from the 90s. And that was a sick ass mixtape, 50 MCs. Fan-fucking-tastic. Such a great mixtape. Shit. Such a good mixtape. Let's see. Some of my, I got inspired to DJ and do these mixtapes because of Tony Touch, Doo-Wop, DJ Clue. And I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. Because when I was younger, we go to the Bronx, we go buy some weed, and then we go to Music Factory on Fordham Road and buy ourselves mixtapes, the official ones that the DJs would drop off. And then we would just drive home, burn up, listen to it while we were in high school. We go during lunch and shoot over there and come back, or after school we do that. And I was so into the mixtapes. I would always go to the Bronx, try to buy the mixtapes, and I was obsessed with those guys. I would always find out when the next mixtape would be, because that's how you heard early music. It's not like now. Early music's all on the internet. It's not like that now. I'm trying to find this damn wire for my charger. So it was exciting times back then. She says, thanks for the amazing show and tell. Dude, last night was fire. Last night was dope stream. Hell effing yeah. Delz, that Booker T episode. Oh yeah, on A&E. Yo, that's gonna be sick. Yeah, I'm hype about that. DJ Premier is a genius. That shit he comes up. Oh my god. It was a great album DJ Premier did, which people don't talk about enough, is Group Home's album. Group Home's album was phenomenal. I mean, an absolute freaking masterpiece. Masterpiece of an album. But you don't hear too many people talk about Primo's album he did with him, and it was so good. It was so damn good. Is this the wire? I'm looking for this wire. I hear. Nope, that's not the wire. But yeah, man, that's all really I got for the show. As I said, we try to keep it an hour because I give you a lot. It's a lot to absorb. If you just watch the show from the beginning, from right now, watch from the beginning, because I share some pretty awesome stories. And I don't like to share so much, and then what's going to happen? I'm going to run out of fucking stories. I don't think that'll ever happen, man. I mean, I got to say, I've lived a pretty fun life. Some good, Some bad, a lot bad too. But and I share my laughs and I share my pain throughout this show. As I was saying, you're bored, listen to the earlier shows, and you hear a whole lot of both the good shit and the hard times. And that's what you get. You really get to learn about this man right here on this show. Definitely, for sure. Another underrated guy is Gangster. Oh, yeah, Big Shug. Yeah, he would be featured from time to time, for sure. Definitely, for sure. Stay tuned because I'm going to be writing some rock track. Hell yeah, please do. That's fucking awesome. I'll have to make a little promo for that. I'm excited for the promo. But yeah, man, I'm going to cut up out of here. I got to go buy those socks because it's almost 1 o'clock and I want to stream it for you guys later on the Sneaker Addict. One more thing I want to speak about. One more thing I got to speak about. Because I'm not itching to leave. I just, I like to keep it as an hour show on the Patreon. So crazy how these Jordan 7s sat. Like, I think shit may be slowing down. I hope so. Let's cross our fingers. Maybe shit is slowing down with these sneakers. We shall see. And I definitely got to go. Someone's at my front door, I think. My dog's barking. I don't even know if you hear that. But thank you all for your support. I hope I gave you a good shot. Really tried to. Got so much love for you all. Thank you. You guys are putting money into this. So I hope that it's worth it. And we give you 2 shows a month, so stay tuned. And keep in mind, leave your questions if you're a Patreon member. That is the beauty of it. And if you're a Patreon member, the next show, we doing a giveaway, all right? And it's not going to be nothing huge. The budget ain't big where I could be giving out shoes, but you'll have an option. A collectible, it's either going to be a collectible, you could pick. Collectible like Funko Pop, action figures, sneaker cleaners, clothes, like T-shirts, shit like that. You could tell me, yo, I want the mixed bag. So that's the advantage of being part of the Patreon. With the YouTube, you get the video right away. You get the chat. You get the emojis and all of that. All right? Thank you, guys. Love y'all, for real. I'll see y'all later.